Burger Chef is pretty iconic, legendary, and almost completely forgotten. Don't know how that happened. At one point, they were the second biggest burger chain in the world, behind only McDonald's. And they really dominated for a lot of years. Don't know exactly how you can screw that up, but they managed to. It's bad choices and bad circumstances. But I can tell you a lot more about that when I give you a brief history thing. It's quick. I'll keep it under a minute, something like that. But the history of Burger Chef is kind of interesting, and the history of the Big Chef burger is just as interesting. And we're going to start getting into that right now, because here is the history lesson. You can fast forward, there's chapters down there. Just click on the next thing over if you don't want to watch that. If you already know everything about Burger Chef, just switch over. Otherwise, enjoy this little segment here. I have fun doing these things, so watch it, please. Come on, let's go. Trying to do the history of Burger Chef in 2 minutes is going to be tough, but let's give it a go. Burger Chef was started by a couple of brothers, the Thomas brothers, in 1954. So Burger King had to approach them about making a flame broiler chain drive unit for their restaurants, and it worked so well they figured, hell, we'll open our own restaurant. They were cranking out 900 burgers an hour, which was enough to make them the number 2 place behind McDonald's. They had 1,200 locations at one point. They innovated so much stuff. Does that look familiar to the Big Chef? That predates the Big Mac by years. Seriously, folks. They would go on to innovate a lot of stuff. Oh, how about the combo meal? You ever heard of one of those? Yeah, Burger Chef did it first. They also had a Works bar, which didn't catch on quite as much as you'd think it would. I don't know, something about sneezing on other people's stuff and other people touching your food. They tried to run a commercial for it. They even got Jan Brady to do this. Can you believe it? They couldn't get Marcia, couldn't afford her. Maybe McDonald's could have, but they only got Jan, which they were trying to sell this Works bar thing as what made them stand out. And it just was creepy. People sneezing on your food, random singing. I don't know why that wasn't the bigger selling point than it was, but it wasn't. It wouldn't save their restaurant. But another innovation they had was the Happy Meal. They called it the Fun Burger. It had toys. Kids loved it. It was amazing. Predated the Happy Meal by 6 years. That's right. McDonald's stole another thing from Burger Chef. Hilarious, huh? They did have the rights to Star Wars memorabilia back in the day, all the toys and different things. They were that big. I mean, the number 2 burger place. And then tragedy struck. The Burger Chef murders. Sadly, 4 young employees would die in a robbery late one night. They were in Indianapolis there, and they never solved this particular thing. And then tragedy struck again. Hardee's bought them out. They all got converted to Hardee's or got shut down, and Burger Chef is no more. The end. And the Burger Chef curse continues, folks. We are going to flame broil these things on the grill. Unfortunately, there is a massive storm going through, and I've got 45 to 60 mile an hour gusts. The barbecue is shaking like that because of the wind. It would also tend to blow out several times. So we were not able to flame broil these. I'm going to have to do these inside and finish them off because, hey, it's Burger Chef. Let's assemble our Big Chef burger here. This is another one of those Big Mac knockoffs, except it isn't because it came out first. McDonald's was late to this show. I mean, the Big Boy came out, then the Big Chef comes out, and then the Big Mac comes out. Just saying, know your history, people. All right, so we have a club that's going down here, nicely toasted on both sides. We have our heel, and we have our crown. Yes, I do know the technical terms for these things here. All right, so we are going to mayo this up just a little bit, only on the crown. This is really, really weird, but this is how it's done. So we do as things are done. Our slice of cheese goes down on the bottom bun. Weird. Don't know. Let's get some hamburger patties. All right. These are flame broiled because that's the way they did it, because it was faster. You could put out 900 burgers an hour or something like that. It's crazy. We're going to put this on top of our cheese and let it melt. Yes, the buns are way too big. They're ridiculously large. I don't know what happened to buns these days, but they're massive. I don't know. No jokes. Come on, that's not funny. It's a little funny. You keep eating like this, we'll find out how massive the buns can be. We got some shredded lettuce going down on top of this, and we've got the crown going down on the top. And you've got a Big Chef from Burger Chef. That is, a lot of people are probably going, oh my God, I remember that. That is amazing. Hardee's bought them out a long time ago, and every once in a while they bring it back, but it's not quite like that because they don't put the club in it anymore, because they don't make special buns for this thing. What they do make is a version. Look at that. Look at how pretty. Yep. All right, it's thumbnail time, people. Hold on. I am back. Thumbnails turned out really great, and we are going to dig into this thing and see what it tastes like. I've never eaten one of these. I am dying to know what this tastes like. I'm assuming it's a lot like a Big Mac, except it has no Big Mac sauce. So, would a Big Mac be a Big Mac without the Big Mac sauce? How many Big Macs does a Big Mac before a Big Mac King Big Mac? Don't know. We're about to find out. Holy crap, that's really good. The simple mayo is really good. Get a nice bite of cheese with that. It's not lost in it. The meat tastes really yummy. It'd be even better if the grill worked. And, you know, I could actually flame broil these. But yeah, that's really, really yummy. Holy crap. I like this thing. That's going in my rotation of burgers I make from time to time at home. Yeah, I'm just going to try and find smaller buns. As far as buns go, really, really early on, they didn't have sesame seeds. Then they switched to sesame seeds. I don't know why, I don't know when, but apparently they did. Just going back off the pictures I can find on the internet. So, that's why I'm using a sesame seed bun. If you wanted to go really, really old school, you'd go with the not sesame seed bun, which I can find in smaller versions. So, I may have to try that one. Because that's a lot of bun, and bun to meat ratio is very important, and that's a very small patty. At 3 ounces, that's a pretty small guy there. 2.5, 3, something like that. I'll have it. How many ounces was it? I have it written down somewhere. I forgot. Brain fart at that moment. What I will say, and try to remember to say, is thanks for watching this video. I'm trying to do iconic burgers. If you have a suggestion of something that you want to see, check my burger playlist, because I've done a ton of these. Maybe this one's coming out before others, and others are coming out after this. But if you have a suggestion you don't see on that playlist, right there. My burger videos. Check that out. If there's one that's not on there that you want to see, shoot me a comment down below, and I will see what I can do, because the research on these things is so much fun. Seriously, it really is. I like doing that part. Hopefully you liked the little history lesson with this. They're not all gems. And Burger Chef definitely has they take the award for saddest story. So there's tons of more stories out there. If you want to hear more of them, come back and see me on my next video. Until then, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Open wide, America. Burger Chef's got thick, juicy, terrific burgers for you. 100% all beef. We really work hard to serve them hot and delicious, so you can take them to our works bar and make them taste even better, the way you want them. You're gonna love our burgers.